This is the Cheez It extra toasty Cheez It grilled cheese sandwich. Look at that pull on the cheese. And don't get pull envy, hang on.
Pull envy.
All you gotta do is use this pure Irish butter. Trust me, it'll complement it. And get these Cheez Its, the toasted ones, extra toasty, and you'll be right on your way to having this amazing grilled cheese experience. You throw that cheese just on there, just throw that in the pan with the bread, move the butter around. You want to get the one side of the bread with the cheese, the inside of the bread, on that butter right about there. Bam. You want to crush up about that size right there, the Cheez-Its. And now get that butter on there. Wait until it gets, nice and golden brown and the butter really soaks in. This is that Irish butter. This is where it's going to do some flavoring. Flavor favors, I'll call it, okay?
Flavor favors.
You let it soak that up and then you flip it. And once you flip it, you want to take these Cheez-Its, the toasted Cheez-Its, the ones you crumbled up already, flip it and you apply those. Don't worry about them necessarily staying in place because we're going to put cheese on top. So first put these on, just slowly pour them on like in the center, and then kind of spread them out with your hands like that a little bit. And this is just going to be so good. So what we're going to do is put a piece of American cheese over each one. And then on one side we're going to do mild cheddar. On the other side we're going to do Italian provolone. Then we're going to do one more American cheese. And you're about to see this. And this is just crispy. And it gives it a whole extra meaning to the toastedness of a grilled cheese sandwich. The toasted cheeses just make it extra grilled. And I'm telling you, you will have full envy, but you will have it no more. All you have to do is follow, subscribe, like, hit the notifications bell. Look at that last piece of cheese is going on there. We're now working with 5 pieces. There's a mild cheddar, and there are 3 Americans and 1 Italian provolone. All right, now basically you let it cook, you let it melt a little. Check your edges. If your hands aren't super resilient to heat like mine, simply use a spatula. If you want to look under there and see when it's starting to brown, you can get a good sense when the cheese melts too. Assemble your sandwich. Don't cut it right away. Let it cool a little bit. So rewind a little here. Go like that. Let the cheese melt a little bit, right? Look under there. Make sure once it's actually melted, that's when you flip the bread over on top of the other piece. You construct it into your sandwich at that point. Once it's starting to melt, but keep moving it around so your bread doesn't burn in that butter. You want to rotate it. I like using my hands. If it's too hot for you, use a spatula. Really important, again, I can't stress enough, you just have that stick of butter right there. You spread it around the bread and just kind of shove the bread out of your way, and that almost becomes a cooking utensil, that butter right there, right? But it also becomes a major ingredient. And I'm not saying this is the healthiest thing in the world, but I don't think anybody on a diet is eating grilled cheese sandwiches, to be honest with you. And see how it's starting to melt, and you look under there, it's starting to turn golden brown. I can see underneath as I lift it and peel and look under, I peek under, and that's all you got to do. And see the cheese already starting to melt. Now you know that it's almost ready for construction. Or basically, see that? It's melting. Oh, look, it's getting there. It's starting to brown. It's time to just rotate it a little bit more in that butter like I was showing you. Look at that one. It's getting there as well. And boom. Assemble the sandwich. Now it's time to make it. Take it off the heat. Let it cool. Now we'll show you that pull. Look at that pull. Don't get pulled. Look at this. This goes from 1 foot. Now it's at about 16 inches. Now we're at about 22 inches. I did measure this. Now we're at about 27, 32. Not joking. This is 36 inches. That's 3 feet. 37. This is 39 inches. This is 43 inches. 46 inches. 48 inches. It still isn't broken. 51 inches, I joke you not. 52, and it snaps at 52 inches. Talk about pull envy. I mean, wow. And look at this. The cheese just keeps dripping after that. You can just keep playing with it and stringing it around on top of the other piece of the sandwich. This is amazing. This is bussin'. This is 5 fire. Look how clean and delicious it looks. And it's got that crunchy taste. God, I miss you, Benny. like, subscribe, follow for more recipes. Thanks for watching, and you're welcome.